Hi guys, I am Jane.M and of course this is Jane.M TV baby. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Please like, share, comment, subscribe and turn on your post notification bell so that you'll be alerted whenever I post. I don't even know if that's true anymore, but turn it on anyway. Do subscribe, like more, engage down in the comments. So I'm in the studio currently and it's a Wednesday and I am about to work on the brand dress. I think I mentioned that in a previous vlog. This brand dress I've been working on since, I don't know, it's been a while. But anyway, I finalized the design that I want. I cut the mock-up up. It's now my pattern. I'm gonna show you. It's on the table. I have put everything I think I'm gonna need on the table here, which includes the fashion fabrics and the foam for the cups and also the, what you call this thing, violin to fuse the cups. We have a zip closure at the back and some bias tapes on center front, not center front per se, but like on in the front. Yeah, let me just turn you around and show you the pattern where I laid it. Remember, I said I cut up the mock-up, so what you're going to be seeing is basically the mock-up cut up, and I'm now going to use it as my pattern. All right, let me turn you around. So this here is our pattern right here. Let me come over here so that you kind of see. So that is center front. There's a middle panel and a side panel. So basically center front is going to be placed on fold, and then there's going to be this middle panel and then the side panel, and then the back is just one piece, but we have a dot. We have a dot over here. I just did not feel like cutting it up. And then this is our cup. This is our cup piece. It has this continuous strap that's gonna attach at the back. Over there are the fabrics that you know. I showed you this in another vlog. It's this navy blue sateen and also this very dark wash denim fabric. And then over here is some fabric violin and that foam that I use for the bra cups. So that's basically everything that I have over here for our dress to be cut up. And the way I'm feeling so tired today, baby girl, I feel like the only thing I'm gonna be capable of doing is actually just cutting the pieces from the denim. So all of this, the body of the dress, all of it is denim, and the cups are going to be in sateen. The bias strips that are going to go on here are going to be sateen, and then we are going to have a bow on the shoulder here, and it's also going to be sateen. So there's that on that. Basically what I can do now is go ahead and cut up our little dress. It's a sample, so I'm hoping I can cut this up and hopefully work on it either tomorrow or Friday. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow because it's a holiday. I need to meet up with a client tomorrow, so if they want to come over here, I'm gonna come through to the studio. But because they're closer to my home, if they want to go home and take their measurements over there, we'll do that. But for now, I'm gonna cut up this, and hopefully if I'm coming through tomorrow, I'll start stitching. This is how I'm looking. Winter is here, so Lesotho is pretty cold. Actually, it's not that cold because it's sunny outside. Let me show you. It's sunny outside, but once you sit there by the sun, you burn. If you're inside like I am right now, you get cold. It's one of those times of the season where it's just, you don't know what to do with yourself. And I don't have a heater here. I only have that fan, and we can't be out here fanning cold air. I'm gonna get sick. So I brought my fleece and I tied it on my waist because I don't want to get cold. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go ahead then and start cutting the fabric. If I start stitching today, you'll see that. If I don't, all right. with more memory, but it's not enough for us to, you know, stitch and everything. I just wanted to show you the difference between the cups. So this is the cup that I drafted, right, with the severe peak on this left cup, what do you call it, cup piece here. And then with this one, it's more flatter on the inside but high on top, and also the piece that's on top is also flat. So I'm gonna try and do a mock-up of this one and then see how it looks and if I like it or if I should tweak it a bit. But I am happy with both because at least I know how to draft and then tweak some more if I need to. Yeah, maybe I'll show you once I'm done with the mock-up. And before I forget, I did go to the fabric store. I needed to buy some polycotton to do the mock-up because I was out of some polycotton in the studio, and also get some foam. You know this foam, I've shown you this foam before that I use for the cups. Yeah, I use this one, either this one or that one, that bedding foam, but that's this one. And then we have some polycotton. So I buy this one now because it's cheaper and it doesn't stretch like sheeting. So calico for now and sheeting are not gonna be bought in the studio. I'll be buying myself some polycotton because it's 20 rand per meter, and this foam is 28 rand per meter. So yeah, that's that on that. Oh, I also bought some chalk that goes falling to the ground. Bought me some chalk. I was out of chalk. All right, let me carry on, guys, and still haven't found my lens cover. At this point, I've given up on it because, girl, where did you disappear off to in this small studio? The studio is so tiny for that thing to disappear. I feel like it just grew legs and walked out. So my sister did say we should probably look for it on Takealot or the camera store there by Maseru Mall. So whenever we are that side by Maseru Mall, we are probably gonna get my camera cover because wow, if this lens scratches, God, I don't have money for that. Don't nobody got money for that. Anyway, let me put you guys away and do this mock-up because I did say I don't have enough memory in this card. My little problems. All right, catch you up when I'm done with the mock-up. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Monday let me check, the 20th actually of May, and my client did say she wanted her corset on the 29th. She said we can work up until the 29th, when initially she had said she was gonna need the corset on the 25th. So that gives us enough time. But on great news, we did our fitting on Sunday. I did the mock-up. I think I did it with you guys, but what you did not see with me working on the corset mock-up was was me adding a zipper on it, and also I added a boning on center front. I also found some underwire that I added to the cups before the fitting. This is because I wanted to see how the cups and the corset itself would fit with all of those things in, especially the center front bone. I needed that space to be very structured. The underwire was to lift the cups up so that they are like right under her boobs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask her for her old bra that she doesn't use anymore that has underwire for this very purpose, because the underwire that I have is the only one I have in the studio that I use for mock-ups for other clients as well. So I can't let it go. So let me show you how the mock-up looked. I have cut it up already, so don't expect to see an entire mock-up, but I'm just gonna show you what I used and how it looked and explain. And this is the mock-up that I had stitched. This is the bone that we had on center front. Right here on center front I had this bone. This is the cup, and honestly, let me tell you, this cup fits impeccably. Okay, it fits amazingly. She said she was a 40C or a 38D. Yeah, that's in different UK or US sizing, but yeah. And this is what we got there. I think I showed you my plan to fix the cup so that it has the height and it also has the coverage and everything. I think I explained that in a past clip. Over here, what I had done for her, because I did say she's plus size, I added 2 centimeters on center front and 2 centimeters on center back. The reasoning being, usually on the pattern that I've created already, I'm just letting you know how I was taught in fashion school. When you create it up to to plus sizes, you added 2 centimeters on the pattern, while in other stuff that are not plus size, other sizes that are not plus size, you only add 1 centimeter. So that is all fine, okay? But when you get to the plus sizes, what usually happens is that, honestly, what I've experienced, me working with plus size bodies, I do have that 2 centimeter crate up on my pattern, but I have found out that I need to add an extra 2 more on center front and center back, so that totals up to 4 centimeters basically that I add on the side seam, just for a plus size person. So I had done that as a contingency on this pattern, knowing that I might have troubles with the fit. So I had done that and just stitched it, and I had my initial 1 centimeter seam allowance included, which is this one. So in total I had added 3 centimeters, stitched at 1 centimeter and stitched at the 2 centimeter mark. So when we did our fitting on Sunday, when we did our fitting, I found out that I had to unpick this. So I unpicked that, we fitted, it sat on her, I don't know how to say this, but it was stunning. It sat so impeccably. So if you are somebody who works with plus size models or plus size women or plus size bodies period, just know that maybe don't just add 2 centimeters, go all the way up to 4. Anyway, so on center back I had added this open-ended zipper. It's pretty long. I didn't have a short one, so I use what I have in the studio whenever I do mock-ups. So I have this brown open-ended zipper. That's how long it is. I just stitched it so that she can do the fitting. It has a 2 centimeter zip allowance under here. I just ironed and stitched. And also I did this because if for any reason after unpicking this here the corset still didn't fit, I at least still had this 1 centimeter allowance to just, you know, stitch this maybe at 1 centimeter instead of 2 centimeters to give me more room, but I didn't have to use that contingency. So whenever you work with anyone, just add contingencies for in case things don't fit. That's just the moral of the story. Anyway, the cup is cupping. The tuna, it's cupping. It's the most perfect cup I've ever done. I'm sure with the foam inside it's gonna look impeccable. But that's how it looks. Stunning. 40C38D. That's that cup. So why I cut it up is whenever I'm done with the mock-up and it fits how I like it to fit, I draw the style lines that I love on the pattern, on the mock-up itself, which I did on this side. So I drew all of the style lines that I like, and that's how it's looking all the way to the back. I also added a boning channel here on the back. I didn't want to have multiple boning channels, so over here at the zip I'm probably gonna add a little bone and also add a bone on the lining inside so that it's not visible on this bit. Also, this is how the cup is looking. Like anyone who's a pattern nerd, I'm sure you are eating this up. I'm a pattern nerd. I love patterns so much. So yeah, that's how this is looking. I want to add, because she had said she wanted a corset that looks like a corset that I've done already. I done the corset for myself when I first started out, and she said she liked that one. So with that one I need to add maybe 5 centimeters under here and do a bit of a shape going back to the waist. I don't want to take anything off of the waist, so I'm gonna add down a little bit and then go this direction. I'll see if I like it. I liked it how it looked without the little, you know, design detail. Maybe I should ask her. I'll probably ask her before I do anything, but otherwise I am loving the style lines. All of the style lines you're seeing on here are gonna be boning channels. This is where my bones are gonna go. Yep. And over there are all the paper patterns I drafted, plus hair, little measurements. Also my cup mock-up pieces. Remember how many times I did this cup so that I can perfect it? Guys, I feel like cups are like an individual thing to each person. So I encourage that if you have clients that need corsets, you make sure that they come for their fittings, because they are pretty individual to the particular person. Seriously, a size 40C or 38D to another person might not fit how this fits on her, because this is specifically for her shape, literally for her shape. Oh, also I had to fix the cup after the fact. After all of this perfect shape that I have here, I had to take off 1.5 centimeters on there. I had to take off from the top 2.5 centimeters. So you see, this would be perfect on someone else as is, on her, this is what's perfect. So make sure that your clients come for their fittings. This was very long. This was a very long rant about patterns. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here for today because I don't feel like I want to do. Oh, wait! I bought her fabrics. I showed you some of the stuff that I bought her last week. So let me show you what I went and bought for her this week before I close off the vlog for today. Here are the goods. I got most of the stuff from Woolwagon and Z&Z. And this is the main fabric. Okay, you guys go back a bit. This is the main fabric, and also the zipper, which is also open-ended. The zipper and elastic because she has a puff sleeve, and this puff sleeve is gonna need some elastic. Okay, so this is white. Oh, I'm disturbing the mock-up. So this is white Milano. I bought 4 meters of this, and this costs 90 rand per meter. Yeah, they wrote it over here. Let me show you. See, 90 rand per meter, and I bought 4 meters of it. I don't know if I told you, she wants a very huge bow on this. That's why we have 4 meters for the tails. So that's her receipt. I hope you saw that. And then I went over to Woolwagon and got the zipper, this white one with silver teeth. They don't have like cuter ones, honestly. So I only bought this one. And then I bought this elastic. I bought 2 meters of the elastic. And this cost, focus, that much. So anyway, so including the rest of the stuff that I bought last time, there's also boning. There's also I did not get lining yet, so I probably need to go buy a meter of lining and some Violin. I need lining and Violin. Guys, it's a lot. I know it's a tiny garment, but it's gonna cost a lot. Honestly, there's nothing I can do about it. I tried to cut costs here and there by trying to find some of the materials in the studio, but it's not giving. I still need to go back and buy some stuff for her. So that's that. Like lining, Violin, I think also a suit cover, so that this can be wrapped up in a little ribbon and sent off. She's gonna come through on Saturday for her final fitting. If there's anything I need to fix, she can get the corset that other week, because remember I said we can work up until the 29th. So I have 2 weeks on this, which I love. I love clients who come in early, give me time, give themselves time, you know. I love that. I love that about her. And she comes for her fittings. Good stuff. Anyway, that's everything for today. I've been yapping for a while. I hope you enjoyed me yapping, because apparently, according to my sister, I don't talk to you guys often, or I just fall off. Once I start stitching, you forget about me. I don't talk. So I hope you love me talking more, and you enjoy me giving you like insights into the things that I do. And I hope, even though I don't do tutorials anymore, I still add value to somebody's life. I know It's not a lot. Other people would like to have a full-blown, tutorial, but I cannot offer that. It's not practical, nor is it conducive. I do not have the money to sustain it. It's really not sustainable, to be honest. And people who are still mad at the fact that I don't do tutorials, when I was so upfront and honest about the fact that I cannot do them because I don't have money, if you are still mad about that, girl, get a helmet. Like Candace Owens says, life is tough. Just get a helmet, keep it moving. I am not going to be here trying to explain why this, that, and the third is not happening, because I've done that already. For those that still love the content, still get value from the content, who are seeing the process and are enjoying the fact that we are actually working on stuff towards building Jane.M, I'm happy with you guys. Let's keep going. You will be at the forefront of whatever God decides to do with my brand. So yeah, that's that little rant. I will catch you up in the next clip. Peace out.